Hey guys, I hope we're having a great Sunday out there. So just food for thought. Did some running today. Had a lot of really interesting ideas that I just wanted to share with you guys that I've had talks with my friends, stuff like that. And okay, so just to start out, I want to talk a little bit about grief and anxiety, and I'm sure depression plays a part in this as well. So one thing I've been learning about grief, so when you go into grief and anxiety, especially those two, you feel very uncomfortable and you really just don't want to be there anymore. One thing I've been learning, and a friend has taught me, is to, for one, notice the emotion. Because emotions are on a spectrum, they're on a scale, and I'm going to put that spectrum also in this video. It's a spectrum of vibration, if you will. Your heartbeat itself is a vibration. The pump, the pulse is a vibration. It's going to send that vibration out into the world, which is called also the butterfly effect. So the butterfly effect is you affecting another person with your vibration, with their heartbeat, because your heartbeat is going to send signals of intent, which go through speech, which is the action. It's going to touch another person. If you're vibrating low, you're going to send out a low vibration. If you're vibrating high, you're going to send out that kind of vibration. Anyways, you kind of get it. So with grief, let's say that you're down one day, you're not feeling the energy, and you don't really want to feel that anymore. And so you do things to distract yourself to not feel that. You distract yourself with TV, watching high vibrational movies, whether it's comedy, stuff like that. What I've been challenging myself to do and to get better at is to sit in it and to think about it and to just kind of go through the motions of why am I feeling this way, pretty much psychoanalysis, what is making me feel this way, and what are things that I don't want to think about that I need to think about so that I can heal from those things. So, which brings me to the movie King Arthur with Charlie Hunnam. If you haven't seen King Arthur, I really recommend them. It's a great movie, fantastic movie. It's basically a guy, Charlie, his personal journey to how he becomes King Arthur, which is really cool. I'm going to have a little bit of spoiler alerts because there's a lot of great examples in that movie. So basically, when King Arthur was a baby, he witnessed his father dying. Basically, his father being murdered by this monster. And throughout the movie is basically his journey of his own healing from his own grief of basically witnessing his mother and father dying. And he's sent off to like a different town. He's raised by that town. He basically doesn't know where he comes from. Basically, through this journey, the whole thing is about him watching the memory of the truth of his dad being murdered. And again, spoiler alert, what he finds out at the very end of the movie, which gives him power. So basically he's scared of this monster, like this dark demon-like thing, which he's only human. So he's like, how am I going to defeat this monster? This is insane. How am I supposed to do this? I'm just a guy from like the streets, basically. Like, I'm not this person that you guys, call me to be. And so basically at the very end, he's fighting this monster. He's fighting this demon, and the demon like knocks him out. So he's down, and yeah, he's a great fighter, but he's down. Before he's down, he's using all this energy with the sword. Like, this demon is stronger than him. But the only reason this demon is stronger than him is because in Charlie's mind, the demon is stronger than him. But the demon is not actually stronger than him, because guess what? The demon isn't a demon. He realizes that the demon is his uncle. The demon is his uncle who wanted power. The uncle of the brother wanted to be king, and so the brother ends up killing the actual king to now inherit the power of the kingdom. So basically, he sacrifices his own family member for power. And so he becomes this dark source, because that's basically dark magic, if you think about it that way. And so what Charlie wakes up to is that the demon isn't a demon. It's just his uncle. That's it. He's like, oh, you're just my uncle? And so he wakes up to that because he sees in his memory of when he was a baby, his dad basically in the memory tells him to open his eyes and says that it's okay, you can look, as a baby. And there's a great scene of the child like opening his eyes and seeing the demon transform back into the uncle. And that's when he realizes, that's when it clicks that, guess what? It's all in the mind. And once he discovers that, so basically what I want to tie that into is that visual is basically a metaphor of him accepting the darkness that he wasn't accepting before. What happens when you accept the darkness? And, unfortunately right now, a lot of people are passing away. I mean, Stephen Sondheim just passed away at 91. A friend of mine from high school, unfortunately, passed away just recently. But to be able to, I mean, it's sad when people, it's stupid sad when people pass away. You never want that to happen, obviously. But that's also, it's unfortunately and fortunately a natural cycle of life, with dark endings bring happy beginnings once you heal from that. And on this journey that I've been on, working, traveling and stuff like that, I've also had the chance to heal as well, and still continuously healing every single day, tapping into my own dark side. Not dark side as in like monster or anything like that, but just like things that I don't want to think about. Things that are sad, things that I'm guilty or shameful of, things that I've done in the past that I'm not proud of. And we all have that. Like, nobody's perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. But to then tap into that, not go into a loop, but basically shine a light on that darkness, and telling that darkness that it's okay. That, it's okay to shed that skin in a way, because you are not that person. You are not those decisions. Every day you have a new chance at life. And especially when you're able to sit in that anxiety, sit in it. Something I love to do is journal. Journaling has honestly partially saved my life in many ways. The thoughts just don't stop in my head. And I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. How do you get the thoughts out? One way is by journaling. One way is by honestly seeing a therapist, counselor, talking to a friend. Be careful with friends though, because, it's always nice to have a friend to talk to, but you don't want to, when you're sharing a lot of intense stuff with friends, it has a way of draining them. And a lot of people don't realize that either they're draining you or you're being drained. And so, save your friends, go see a therapist, go see a professional that can kind of give you a route to kind of take. And one thing I've been learning about that again is to be able to sit in it and purge it. Let it go. Think about it. Find the gem. Find the lesson, because everything in life is a lesson. It's not a mistake. It's not right or wrong. It's a lesson. It's a path that you take. That is all. And you make the decisions to get to where you are today. That's how life is. And with that, you go through situations that you're not comfortable with. And that's totally fine, because the only way to grow is to be in uncomfortable situations. That's literally it. You find out who you are and, what you're capable of doing. And that's amazing. That's amazing. It's an amazing part of the human experience. And with that, to end the video, so you're not just hearing me blabbering. There's a lot of thoughts going on right now. And thank you for staying with me if you're still watching this. Nature is amazing. I love it. It's again to allow yourself to sit in it, sit in that dark space that you don't want to sit in that uncomfortableness, and then write it down. Write down your thoughts about it. How do you feel about it? Be free. Nobody's gonna read it. It's just you. Be free about it, because it's gonna clear your mind. You get the thoughts on. It's amazing what happens when you put thought to paper and write it, or speak it, or go out and work out. Because what that's gonna do, since we are all just energy and vibration and stuff like that, you're getting the energy out. That's what crying is also there for. we grew up in a very toxic masculinity world where, you know, they say that crying is weak and stuff like that. All crying is, I don't think I've touched on this before, but all crying is just purging old cells. That's it. That's literally it. When you're crying, there's honestly no other feeling like it. And we've grown up to not appreciate it, for one, which is just unfortunate, because when you're like, you can't, all emotions are like bottled up cells. They're old cells that need to be released, because every 30 days, like, your body literally transforms based on what you eat into a new body, into new cells. And if you keep that stuff trapped in your body, you're keeping old information in your body. You don't need old information. It's just like, you know, using a computer for 5 years and never defragging it, never putting information onto another hard drive. So guess what? It's going to move slower. Your brain's the same way. Your body's the same exact way. If you keep that old stuff in your body, it's going to go slower, because you just have old information that's not needed. So do yourself a favor, purge however you can. I mean, if you think about it, like when you're also crying and stuff like that, snot, it's clear. Tears are clear. Water is clear. And guess what your body is basically made of? Water. So what you're doing, it's literally, a cell is clear. Like a cell from your body is, your blood is made out of water. You put all those things together, you realize that you're literally just purging old cells. That's quite it. And then when you stop purging, when you're done, you feel so much better. When you're working out and you're sweating, guess what? Sweat is water. It's water from your body. Simple as that. Obviously, you already know that. But like, if you put it into layman's terms like that, for me, it makes sense. So hopefully for you, it does too. You're purging old information so that you can drink water and put new information into your body. That's about it. That's about it. And we are continuous flow of that. So intake, out, breathe in, breathe out. It's all connected. It's crazy. So yes, do yourself a favor, continue to heal every single day, take in new information, purge out old information, and live your best life. So again, happy Sunday. If you got to the end of the video, congratulations. I hope you took something from this. I'm actually enjoying doing stuff like this, and I'm getting new ideas, and I mean, ideas are just from my personal experiences. So if you feel the same way, let me know, please. But it's been working for me, so I hope that it works for you. And good luck on your journey of healing and figuring out who you are as a person and who you want to be. Every day is a new day to create who you want to be. And that's amazing. So again, happy Sunday, happy trails, and I'll see you in the next video.